Hello. So, this video is going to be a little different to what all the other videos are kind of like. So, this one, I'm going to go through the interesting, or I guess you could say the weird ways that climate deniers are saying or denying climate change and global warming on the internet. So, I'm just going to browse through a quick few, see what I can find, see if I can debunk them and see what's happening. So yeah, different video, different camera angle. I've got it over here for some reason. I don't know why I thought that was a good one, but it's whatever. We're also sitting down. It's going to be weird. Hope you enjoy the video. Roll the intro and I will get the first one up and running. If I can find one. I hope I can find one. Hope I can find some juicy ones. Let's just get going. Okay, so this first one, this person is saying that the Arctic is still full of ice and the Greens are still full of hashtag BBC News. They've got a picture of what seems to be the Arctic full of ice. So I'll pull that up, okay. The Arctic is not still full of ice in a sense. So when you think about it, back in 1970, when was it, like 1970? I think it was 1970s, maybe 1975, somewhere late 1970s. The Arctic had about 7 million square kilometers of ice. Now you look at today's ice coverage in the Arctic, it's sitting at roughly 4.15 million square kilometers. So we've had a pretty drastic increase in ice levels, sea ice levels, land ice levels, ice sheets in general. We've had a massive decrease in the amount of ice in the Arctic and worldwide. So climate change, global warming, greenhouse gases, these are having major effects on the colder areas of planet Earth. Nah, but it's still full of ice. Okay, sure. So I'm not sure how long this video is going to go for. See how many I can find. But yeah, so far they have been interesting to say the least. Coal, dig it up, use it. What else is as affordable and easy to mine? There's nothing wrong with that statement. I mean, they are pretty correct. Easy to mine. Oh, affordable? Maybe. And then you got one of the comments, they're like, I don't know how the first part of the sentence even makes sense. I can of one power station that mines American trees. Yes. I would rather burn them. What? I would rather them, that was my mistake, I would rather them burn the coal and keep the trees. And then another comment, within that comment, more trees to absorb CO2. Thumbs up emoji. Look, yes, I would rather them burn more coal than cut down trees. You're not wrong in that regard. But I would rather them not burn any coal at all, or cut down any trees. More trees does not necessarily mean less CO2. If anything, you're pumping out more coal, which means there's more stress on the trees, in the environment, more CO2, more fossil fuel burning. You see what I'm getting at? So it doesn't necessarily mean that with more trees we have less CO2. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that when there's more trees you're going to be absorbing more CO2. That's not how the equation's going to work. interesting. So far, so good. We're off to a great start. So this is just a comment. So the thing is that it's currently like ski season in Tasmania. It's currently winter in Australia, but we're getting a cold front coming up from the Antarctic. So what's happening is that that's putting a lot more snow in Tassie, meaning more ski season. It's perfect time for ski season actually at the moment. Now, one of the comments in this post on Twitter, they've said, poor old Tasmania, CO2 hashtag global warming is out of control. Oh no, wait, it's snow. Only plausible explanation is solar minimum is much more influential than CO2 on climate. Now, judging from their picture, Brexit ahead, I don't know how credible this comment is. You know, it's an opinion. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but see, it's as if like when a climate denier sees that it's colder or somewhere is getting more snow than what they normally get, as if they jump on that bandwagon and they're just like, would you look at that? It's kind of cold. Well, I guess global warming just doesn't exist. Yes, I guess it's not there. Take that, you climate extremists. Take that, you CO2 believers. It's like, let's not forget to mention that it's currently ski season. Let's not forget to mention that there's currently a cold front. Oh, that's right, global warming, I can't say that. Cold front basically just makes climate change and global warming doesn't exist anymore. Like, Tasmania is literally the closest part of Australia the closest part of Australia to Antarctica. It's literally right above, just above the South Antarctic current. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna get colder if the trade winds, are pushing the Antarctic cold up. Climate change. Human-induced climate change. I'll tell you otherwise though. Alright, next one. NASA has, take that with a grain of salt because they haven't actually referenced NASA. NASA sees climate cooling trend thanks to low sun activity. So take this with a grain of salt, okay? Because this is, for one, the New American .com. It's like looking at Wikipedia and then taking it for truth. Secondly, they've referenced a podcast which takes you to another area on their website. They haven't referenced an outside source. So, I mean, low sun activity, yes, will cool the climate. Okay, that is, it interacts with the sun-solar cycle. It's a cycle. Let me say that again. Sun-solar cycle. It's a cycle. So we're going to have warmer and cooler periods because it's a cycle. Okay, that doesn't mean that there's going to be different trends in global temperature, okay, or climate change just miraculously doesn't exist anymore. Furthermore, they're stating that it's the uppermost atmosphere, the thermosphere, where most of the solar radiation is expelled, so it's going to be cooler. Furthermore, a team of scientists from the Center of Excellence in Space Science, India at IISER, Kolkata, have estimated that the next sunspot cycle is due very soon, or low sunspot cycle, whatever it is due very, very soon. However, it's by no means going to be weak or insignificant, and in fact they've said that this low sunspot cycle isn't going to have a drastic change on global temperature. Very unlikely to have a change on global temperature. This is from a team of experts, not from I would assume this is a news or a media outlet. So, see, the thing is, they kind of invoke, you could kind of say, their religious or economic or political or cultural philosophies into cherry picking one scientific reference that states otherwise and calling it truth. This is because, like, the internet is a wonderful domain. You have everything literally at your fingertips. You type it in and it is yours, basically. That means that you can find that data that states that climate change or that human-induced climate change is not having an effect on global temperatures, or that global temperatures are decreasing. You can find that one or maybe two papers that say that. But you can't call that truth. Okay, you can't call that an objective truth, because for something to be an objective truth in science, it needs to go through a system where each scientific research points to the same objective or the same conclusive outcome. So if you find that 3% of paper that says that climate change is a hoax, then you've got this 97% research that says that climate change is human, or there is human-induced climate change, all pointing towards the same conclusion and showing this objective truth. So people love to cherry pick this stuff, and it makes for great content. Thank you. Anyway, I'm just going to end it here. I'm finished. We're done. I hope that was a quick video. It should have been a quick video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you educate and don't eradicate, the slogan of this channel. And make sure you check out Cape Class. These beautiful, beautiful pieces of jewelry, I guess you could call them. 15% of all their proceedings go towards non-profit organizations, which is what we need, because they're doing the research that we are not doing right now for free, basically. So you make sure you check them out. I'll put their link in the description down below. And yeah, bit of a different video, bit of a change of pace. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Bye.